guys, it's Nicole, and I have 10 layouts to share with you. They are 8.5 by 11, and they are for this album that I'm making for my husband's previous coworker. I've made him an album before, and a lot of you are asking me how I charge for doing things like this. And what I do, I said this in a previous video, but I don't mind repeating it so that you don't have to hunt it down. I charge $10 an hour of work. I keep a timesheet, and I transfer that timesheet onto an invoice. I do ask them before I start what is their price range, and then I tell them what I think I can realistically get done in that time frame. I do always throw in a free handmade card, and I'm going to get that card so that I could show you, because this one was actually very specific to what he asked for. Normally it's just one of my cards that I make. And I make dividers, and this album so far has been 20 hours of work, and I have 2 more layouts to go, just to give you an idea. I know people ask often, and I don't mind sharing that. And then I use a lot of my own product, because if not, it would cost the consumer a lot of money. But I do, like for this particular album, it's about travel, and I knew there was a basic gray travel collection at Joann's, so I got 50% off, and I think I spent $40, $35, I'm not sure, I can't remember, I'll have to look at my receipt, on products specifically for his album. So I got the 12 by 12 papers and all of the embellishments, and I give him whatever I don't use. I package that up and send to him in case he wants to add something to the album, or he wants to make her a card or whatever. So hopefully that answers all of your questions. This is 10 layouts, so grab yourself a cup of coffee. This might take a while. I have my little Miss Chatterbox cup here, and I'm going to be drinking it while I share with you guys. Oops, I just hit the camera. Okay, so these are his Paris photos. Hopefully most of that is in the camera. And yeah, I don't really know what to like go over with you guys. There is 2 layouts here that I did a scrap lift from, so I guess I should be more prepared and get my iPad to show you those. But this one I just made from my brain, and he had some ephemera that he wanted to include regarding this trip, so I just put one of the basic gray pockets in the back, and I added the ephemera right there. And it looks like this. I don't know how much detail to go in, guys, because there's 10 pages. This is just washi on the bottom from my stash. These enamel dots and these wood veneers are from my stash, and so I didn't, you know, charge him for that type of stuff, but everything else is from the collection. Then there's this one, and it looks like this, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. This is about a train station that they were at, so I just took some of this Elle Studio stuff, and of course the thickers and letter stickers are always stuff from my stash. I don't ever purchase them specifically for a client. And then I just used the Studio Calico right here, right now, and then point it to where they were. I added some stickles on these wood veneer hearts, and I sprinkled some different Mr. Huey's and Sunshine, and I can't remember the other one. Pumpkin Spice, maybe? So that is that one. Sorry if I'm rushing, guys. There's just too many to like go into too much detail. I'm not crazy about this one. He gave me a title for this one, but since it was 2 photos of just things and not people, I was less, I don't know, I felt less, what's the word? Creativity, I guess, because I was like, oh, it's horses. I don't have any horse-themed stuff or whatever. But he told me that this was when they were on a bridge between the 2 different continents on their way to Iceland. So I built off that and made the title, since it was so long, part of it, and they drove. So I just added some cars up here, some of the flags from the collection. I added some twine around here, and then I used some of the sticker letters as like a little border here on the top. So that's that one. This one was from a sketch. Let me go get, or not a sketch, but someone's layout. Hold on. And I've told you guys before, I keep a little album of different layouts in my iPad. So when I'm feeling uninspired, I look here. But this was in the Studio Calico. gallery, so I just made my own version of that. And I really like the way it turned out, and this was a way to use some of the scraps. I was running out of paper, so I thought this was a good way to use some of the scraps that I had. Then there's this one. And again, I was running out of papers, and as you use the papers over and over again, you get kind of unmotivated or uninspired by them. So this was a piece of vellum scrap that I had left, so I decided to incorporate it to give just a little more like pizzazz to the layout. And then I dipped these in color box ink and chestnut roan. And then this was a chipboard Polaroid, and I just made my own little collage of things here. Those were some of my own Amy Tan thickers. This is an L Studio tag. And that's it. And then I used my brown marker to kind of sketch around the edges because I didn't have brown thread and I wanted to originally sew it. I ended up just stapling in the corners, and I like the way that that looked. And then he can add the date there. I don't know what date this was. And then I really like this one. This was Sherry's favorite one when she was over. They went into a Forever 21. This is in New York City. Photo booth, and they got this little stream of photos, and so I did a lot of sewing on this one. I got to use one of my stamp sets that I really like, and this ink is wet cement, and then this one is Versa Magic Oasis. And so I stuck with the photo theme here. This one is also them in NYC in Times Square, and so I just left aligned everything, and I really liked this paper, so I didn't want to cover it too much, and I just added some orange bling to kind of, you know, add an accent and some dimension there. And I used these alphas a lot in this album. These are the Amy Tan ones that are kind of like vellumy. So that's that one. And then this one was a sketch. Let me show you. Hold on. I thought it was a sketch. Is it a sketch? Or no, it's a scrap lift. Hold on. I'm in the wrong album here. It's this one right here. Also from the 2Ps, but basically what I copied was doing this big fat border around the edge. I handmade my own banner, and I left aligned the photo. But then everything else, mine's a little bit more simple than theirs was. And he gave me the title for this, and here's her ticket for the 4-wheeler. This was in Greece. So that's that one. And then this one wasn't a scrap lift, it was just, I've been seeing everyone make, what do you call these, pie charts, so I just made my own, and I thought this was kind of cool because they were in Greece, and this has Athens right there. So I just wrote, visiting a piece of the world with you, and made it look like the plane was going around it. I just hand drew that, and added some washi on the top and bottom. It says friends up there. Snapshot, and then this is their photo in front of the Greek flag, and I just added a canvas frame around it. So that one was also made out of scraps. And then this last one was also made out of scraps, so I really took advantage of all the scraps that I had and tried to make my paper and stuff go far. This was the hotel that they were at. Here's the card from that hotel. And then this is them enjoying the sunset, and so I had her saying, wow. This was outside where they could watch the sunsets, and they said that they love this view, so I wrote spectacular, love this, with a little geo tag. And I ran out of S's in that pack, so I had to add a different one, but I actually like the way that it looked. And then here's the other half of one of the canvas frames, so I just added that in the background, and then I used wood veneer paper that I had there. So that's that one. And then he sent me a photo of this card he wanted me to make. Let me show you. It's right here. He wanted something like that, and I didn't know how to make it that sketchy looking, so I found online a photo of Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, which I will show you. Hold on. Did I save it? Yeah. This one right here. And I just did my best drawing this from looking at it. First I drew it with pencil on Copic quality paper. I sketched it, and then I took a Copic pen and outlined it and then erased all my pencil mark, and then I used Copic markers to color it. And since he wanted it to say this, and I don't have the best handwriting, oops, this is what I did. So hopefully he'll be satisfied with it because it's not exactly what he wanted. But I think it came out pretty good. I'm not the best drawer at all. So this card front took me an hour and 15 minutes, but I never charge him for the card. But I just wanted it to be a little bit better quality. So I left the inside blank because he wanted to write her a note. And then I just stamped it with one of my little stamps. So that's it. I have 2 more layouts to do. I probably won't share them because I'm going to be honest, I'm so sick of doing layouts that I just want to get them done, get them in the album, make him dividers, and you know, wrap it up and mail it and call it a day. So 20 plus hours working on this. I think I'm ready to do some cards or something else. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.